Hi, ARK friends. Welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today is July 5th, and we are going to do weekly summary today for the week of June 28th to July 2nd. We'll be going over the biggest moves, we'll be going over the market value trends, and we will also be putting the spotlight on Palantir. So stay with me. Please like and subscribe. Liking and subscribing helps me with this YouTube algorithms, and this will help this data to reach more and more people. And that's a free way to show your support to the channel. So please do so, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much. Welcome back, guys. In ARK Summary section, we keep an eye on market value trends, and this time we are taking a look at the weekly summary. So they started the week with 49.99 billion, which is almost 50 billion, went all the way up to 50.46 billion, and then going back down again to 50 point something, and then again down to 48.84 billion, which is not that great. So overall week is a red week. As you can see, it is about a billion down, more than a billion down from starting of the week to the end of the week. So that's the market value trend. And individually, let's quickly see all the ETFs. We can just slice it this way. Let's take a look if it looks good or not. Yeah, we can quickly go over that. ARKK, which is their biggest fund, starting the week with 25.36 billion, ending in 24.49. Next biggest is Genomics, almost 10 billion there, 9.72, and ended in 9.69, less than what they started at. Then you have ARKW, the third biggest, next generation web, 6.29 billion, ending in 6.19. And then we have ARKF fintech. This is 4 billion, ending in 3.94. And then you have ARKQ, robotics and autonomous, starting with 3.10 billion, ending in 3.04 billion. Rest of them are IZRL, PRNT, and ARKX. They don't move the needle so much, so we are not going to go into that. But overall, as you can see, all the ARK funds are down, mainly ARKK, which is their biggest fund, and hence taking the overall fund down with it. So that's ARK summary for the week in terms of for the market value. But let's take a look at the number of companies they are invested in as well. It remained constant. There were no companies that were completely removed and no companies that were newly added. But there is definitely one company which is on the verge of completely getting removed, and we will go over it in a bit. But let's quickly go to the biggest moves without wasting much time there. We always look at biggest moves two ways: one, by percentage of shares movement, and second, by market value changes, because market value changes can not only happen because of percentage of share movement, but also because of stock value movement, stock price movement. So we first put a threshold on percentage of share movement. So any companies whose shares moved were added more than 3.5% or reduced by 3.5% or more will show up here. These are the companies that qualify that criteria. And this is their rank in 268 companies that they're invested in. So for example, Woozy, which is a smart glass company, ranks 91 in ARK's portfolio, all the ETFs combined. And we can look at the numbers quickly. Kenzone, which is a Chinese company, which is a chat software, enables chatting between hiring manager and candidates directly, ranks 126, pretty high up in the ranking. They have added more shares there. They have recently invested in this company, so this is typical of ARK to invest more and more in the initial days when they start investing in a company. So 263% extra shares added there, making a difference of $33.3 million there. Quantum SI, one more latest company, new company added in ARKG. And as I hover over this bar chart, you'll see more information. As you can see, it's present in ARKG, and shares count has been increasing, and stock price a bit of a roller coaster there. Kenzone also, as you can see, it's present in ARKW and ARKQ, and shares trend increasing, stock price going down. Woozy, smart glass company, a lot of clients including Microsoft, 33% extra shares added there, 1.2 million shares. Present in two ETFs, ARKW and ARKQ. Adding in a value of 19.8 million. Even though the stock price went down, still a net positive because they added a lot of shares. UiPath, again, a company that pops up on pretty much every day. Every day this company pops up these days. It's the only company that is present in all the 6 ETFs, and they have been continuously investing more and more and more in this, as you can see, and the stock price has gone down quite a bit as well. So that's and adding in a value of 32 million there, even though the stock price went down just because they bought a lot of shares there. Sear 4% extra shares, but overall negative value because stock price went down. Ionis Pharmaceuticals 4% extra shares and very positive value because stock price kind of went up by just $1.90 actually. In terms of negative, the biggest negative is Galileo Acquisition Corp. This is the one that is completely removed. I would say 0.001% remaining, since they have been reducing it over a period of time. Whatever was the remaining, which was less than 1% already, out of that 1%, they have also reduced 98% again. So hardly anything left now in this position. I don't know why they are hanging on to a little bit there. Raven Industries, again 13% removed. Then you have Pluristem Therapeutics, 5% removed. Lending Club, 4% removed. Palantir, so this is the company that we are going to put a spotlight on. 1 million shares reduced there, guys. 4% reduced, causing a biggest difference of 109.5 million. Stock price going down from 27 to 24. So that's the biggest one that we are seeing as negative. So that's why I'm putting a spotlight on this. You'll see some more charts on this in a bit. PagerDuty, again 4% down, 37.7 million. So let's remove this threshold of number of shares movement. Let's add threshold in market value. So let's see. Let's add more just to make it more consumable. Maybe 24 million. Yeah, let's do 24 million, and then we'll sort this. Oops, sorry. So we'll sort this chart quickly, so you can see biggest moves. Intellia Therapeutics. So how to read this chart? Again, market value threshold we have put is 24 million. Any company whose market value in ARK ETF went up by 24 or more, or 20 millions, or went down by 24 or more millions will show up here. These are the companies. This is their ranking. This is the shares chart, and this is the market value chart. So as you can see, market value, if you filter by market value, if you sort by market value, there's hardly, the number of shares traded is hardly anything except these two. So let's go over it quickly. The biggest one being Intellia Therapeutics, stock price going quite a bit up and hence very green there, even though there was hardly any movement in shares. Then you have Beam Therapeutics, again, price going up. So that's the main factor here, stock price going up. Movement in shares is not so much, as you can see. Editas, again, stock price going up. You have Kenzone, we went over already. It popped up in when we were doing this chart. Biggest move by percentage of shares. UiPath, again, we covered already. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals added 1% shares, that is 5,000 shares, and 24 million difference. And then you have negatives. So let's take a look at the biggest negative is Palantir today. Unfortunately, a lot of people invested in this. It is a big company and does a lot of good things. I've done a separate episode on this in past, but we'll take a look at the spotlight on this. Teladoc Health, again, ranked number 2, stock price going down. Exact Sciences, ranked 9, stock price going down. Tesla, again, stock price has been very volatile, as you can see. I am invested in Tesla also a little bit, but I would wait for it to go further down to invest more in it. Roku, again, stock price going down. Stock price going down for Zillow as well. Then you have Unity Software, again, same story. Squaring, same story. Then you have 10x Genomics, yeah, stock price going down. Shopify, again, stock price going down. Iridium Communications, stock price going down there. Coinbase, stock price going further down, and they have reduced a little bit. I think this is probably the first time that they have started reducing on Coinbase just a little bit. They have ever been so bullish on Coinbase since it IPO'd, and that was 300 something, and they have been increasing the shares ever since the stock price has been going down. Pacifica Biosciences, Tivilio, so same kind of story for all of them. As you can see, stock price going down and hence overall value going down. So those were the biggest moves, guys. Now let's quickly take a look at overall portfolio. Is more red than green. Intellia, as we saw, is the greenest green, and Palantir is the reddest red, along with Teladoc and Tesla, Roku as well. Now let's quickly take a look at a new and removed company. There were none. As you can see, there were 268 companies in the beginning and in the end of this week, so that's all good. But let's take a look at the spotlight charts. We want to put the spotlight on Palantir. PALN. Let's see the overall. I'll increase the date range to since the time I have been recording. So I've been recording since January 26th, but they have been invested in it before that. So this is the only trend I can show, how they have been investing more and more. Look at the vertical lines there, quite a bit actually. They have been very bullish on this company. 2 million shares in the beginning, ending in 28.4 million shares. At one point it was 28, so 14x more in matter of 6 months. So that is crazy. Matter of 6 months they have 14 times more shares. Then the stock price has been a roller coaster for this company, the highest being $39 in past and the lowest being $18.40, and now it has gone high up back again to 27, but it plummeted this week again to 24.40. In terms of market value, this is the function of these two combined. Whichever one is overpowering, this takes the shape of that. So in this case, shares trend is more overpowering this trend, hence this is kind of similar shape as as shares trend. So they are invested in this. In the beginning of the year it was 0.07 billion, not even 1 billion, and right now it is 0.67 billion, even though the stock price has gone pretty much half of what it used to be. So yeah, that's the story of Palantir. Let's also take a look at the ranking. Has it been rising through the ranks? So this is a chart that I did long ago, and many YouTubers have copied it and show this now. This is a great view to look at the ranking, how it has been rising up the ranks. So Palantir was ranking 106 when I started recording the data in this ETF, in all the ETFs combined. And then it started going up as the stock price went down. They started investing more and more and more. And at one point, it was ranking 15. So it was in top 15 companies in ARK Invest, all the ETFs combined. And right now it has gone down to 22 because the recently it went the stock price went down by $3 or something. So now let's also slice it by ETFs just to see which all ETFs it's present in. It's present in 2 ETFs, as you can see. The orange one is ARKK, which is their biggest fund, and then ARKW is where they have been constant pretty much since March, looks like. ARKK is where they have been very bullish, whereas ARKW is where they have been stable. This remains the same irrespective of what ETF it is. Stock price remains, chart remains the same, and this is the market value, which is kind of similar to this guy right here. So yeah, that's the story of Palantir in ARK Invest Fund. So please like and subscribe. That was your daily dose. Liking and subscribing helps me immensely with this YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you tomorrow.